here we are at the end of a brutal semester with the catharsis of achievement on us, okay? So we feel celebratory. It's a wonderful night. So many of you have done amazing work for weeks and months. But at the same time, you know, I want to allow you to have a formalized concert experience, and that we do have an official program. And if you haven't seen it, the link is several times throughout the chat, and I'll be sticking that up there intermittently just in case we have any latecomers coming in. All right, so with all the ceremony bestowed upon me, I'd like to begin our end of semester student recital. And applause can work visually. We can do this thing, which is the reactions button, etc., whatever you prefer. And I'll probably make some noise on this end to cue us in. So yay, we're beginning. And we are going to start with none other than the DCC show choir, who had a wonderful opportunity back in October. But I'm gonna let Dr. John Howell talk a little bit more about that. So John, are you ready to lead us in?
Thank you, Liz. I'm delighted to introduce this piece. In the early part of the semester, I was asked by the Walkway Over the Hudson Foundation, which is responsible for the maintenance and restoration of the walkway, which is a fantastic experience. If you have not walked over the Hudson River, you should. But for their annual fundraiser, we were asked as the show choir to participate and submit a performance that was fitting of the event. And they asked us to sing Proud Mary, which is a song about a steamboat that rolls down a river. So it was a fun song to compile, and this is the video from that performance. So I hope you enjoy it.
Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day.
And I never lost 1 minute of sleep, and I was worried about the way that things might have been.
Big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, ooh, rolling, ooh, rolling on the river, rolling on the river.
Cleaned a lot of plates in Highland, and I pumped a lot of tane down in Poughkeepsie.
But I never saw the good side of the city till I hitched a ride on that riverboat queen.
Big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, ooh, rolling, ooh, rolling on the river, rolling on the river. If you come down to the river, I bet you're gonna find some people who live. You don't have to worry, 'cause if you got no money, people on the river are happy to give. Big wheels keep on turning, proud Mary keep on burning, rolling, ooh, rolling, ooh, rolling on the river, rolling on the river, rolling, rolling,
Yeah.
rolling on the river, rolling, ooh, rolling, ooh, rolling on the river.
Applauding madly, applauding madly. Next we have Madeline McGarry. Madeline, are you here?
Hi, I'm Madeline McGarry. I study performing arts at DCC, and I'm going to be singing Amarili Mia Bella, composed by Giuliano Caccini. Amarili mia bella, sole. Prendi questo mio strale, aprimi il petto e vedrai scritto il cuore. Amarilli, 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 è il mio amore. Credilo pur, e se ti morta soglie, prendi questo mio strale, aprimi il petto e vedrai scritto il cuore. Amarilli, 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 è il mio amore. Amarilli, è il mio
Thank you, Madeline. And next we have Alyssa Murphy on the piano. Alyssa, are you here?
I am.
Great, you take it away.
So, my name is Alyssa Murphy, and I'm going to be playing Prelude in D minor by Clementi. I'm so sorry. My phone rang. I am so sorry.
No problem, Alyssa. There was a newcomer who I think accidentally left their phone unmuted. If you'd like to play the last little bit of that again, I wouldn't mind hearing it again. It was so lovely.
Sure. I'll start.
Once again, thank you. And next, we have Alexander Ortiz Gonzalez, well known to his classmates as Tito, singing Blizzard of Lies.
We must have lunch real soon. Your luggage is checked through. We've got inflation licked. I'll get right back to you. It's just the standard form. Tomorrow without fail. Pleased to meet you. Thanks a lot. Your check is in the mail. Marooned, marooned, marooned in a blizzard of light. Maroon, maroon, maroon in a blizzard of light. your arms and knees, not all you'll freeze when you're in it up to your thighs. It looks like snow, but you'll never know when you're marooned in a blizzard of life. You may have won a prize, won't wrinkle, shrink, or peel. Your secret's safe with me, this is a real good deal. It's finger licking good, strictly by the book. What's fair is fair, I'll be right there. I am not a crook. Maroon, 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 in a blizzard of life. Maroon, maroon, marooned in a blizzard of life. Better watch your step when your old dog Shep can't even look you in the eyes. You're cold and lost, but you're double-crossed when you're marooned in a blizzard of life. We'll send someone right out, now this won't hurt a bit. He's in a meeting now, that coat's a perfect fit. It's strictly fresh today, service with a smile. I love you, darling, till I die, we'll keep your name on file. Maroon, 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 in a blizzard of life. Maroon, marooned in a blizzard of life. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you're in for a big surprise. When you're maroon, maroon, maroon. When you're maroon, maroon, maroon. When you're maroon, maroon, marooned in a blizzard of lies. A blizzard of lies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tito. And next, we actually have a virtual performance by Matt Hoffman, but I believe he is here. So Matt, would you like to say any words of introduction for your piece?
Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Hoffman. I'm a first semester performing arts student here at Dutchess. And for my performance, I played the second movement of the Rimsky-Korsakov trombone concerto. It's a slower piece, and during my jury, I contrasted it with a faster jazz piece, but I thought classical might be more well fit for this setting, so I decided to send this one in. So I hope you all enjoy.
All right, thank you so much, Matt. Next, we'll have Dylan Maniotta, who's going to be singing for us tonight. Dylan, are you here?
Dylan is not here. He is in the middle of a final right now. I just heard from him.
John, would you like to introduce this piece a little bit, because it is Deutsch?
Sure. So this piece is the name of it is Der Leiermann, which means the hurdy-gurdy player. It's a German art song by Franz Schubert, and it's part of a larger song cycle entitled Winterreise. So it's the last song of the whole cycle, and it's a very dark piece. And the singer is at the end, at the outskirts of a village on a very, very cold, snowy night, and he hears a hurdy-gurdy player, like a busker, somebody who plays music for money, like in the subway or outside of the subway. That's called a busker. So he sees this hurdy-gurdy player, and there are dogs that are kind of barking and snapping at the hurdy-gurdy player's feet. And what you don't realize, or if you've heard the song cycle all the way through, is that the person who is singing is telling the story of a man who has been rejected. He has fallen in love with somebody who does not return that love. And in the whole story, the man is slowly losing his mind, going insane. And as he comes to the end of the story, he sees this lonely, solitary person playing his music, not without a care in the world, regardless of how cold it is. And what we realize is that probably the singer is looking at himself kind of in an out-of-body experience. He is seeing that he has slowly lost his mind, and he just continues to sing, and he's shut out the outside world. So it's not a very happy piece, but it's a fantastic, fantastic song.
Drüben hinterm Dorf, wo steht ein Leiermann? Und mit starren Finger dreht was kann. Barfuß auf dem Eise wankt ihn hin und her. Und sein kleiner Teller bleibt ihm immer leer. Und sein kleiner Teller bleibt ihm immer leer. Keiner mag ihn hören, denn keiner siegt ihn an. Und die Hunde knurren den alten Mann. Und lässt es gehen, alles wie es will. Dreht und seine Leier steht im Nimmer still. Dreht und seine Leier steht im Nimmer still. Wunderlich Härte, soll ich mit dir gehen? Wird zu meiner Lieden deine Leier drehen?
Fantastic. And next, Tito is going to be returning to the stage, and he's actually going to be presenting a piece of his own. So, Tito, you want to tell us a little bit about this composition?
Yeah, so I wrote this piece. I named it The Message, because titles are very hard to come up with. I started this in a class last spring semester with Gary Lundquist, and I was just getting into like music classes. This is my first semester as part of the program, so I wasn't even actually part of the program yet. So it was very raw. And then when I took it to lessons with Spencer Bambrick this semester, we were like, with his help and all that, I was able to take it to like a level where I feel like it was like it came out as like a great overall composition. Before you couldn't hear like any of the drum parts or anything like that because it was just not good. But I'm very happy with the way it came out with. It means a lot to me. This is like one of the first songs in completion that I've ever done. So enjoy, hopefully.
Just a lonely young man, just trying to form my own plan. I'm getting older, but I still don't understand how every time I just begin to fly, I land. I keep getting knocked down, but I know I've got to stand, cause I've put my work in. You say nothing's working, I say for certain, I know my time was worth it. My mind's been open, this ain't no time for moping. This the time for action, no more time for hoping. So I take out my notebook and begin to write a lyric. It's like I'm Danny Phantom with the way I got the spirit. I've been making music for years, nobody hears it, but all these hurdles that they put in my way, I'm about to clear it, And what I'm saying is the truth. I'm locked away all alone inside my room within my fucking booth, just trying to spread my little message to the youth and anyone who really needs to hear it, maybe you, Growing up, they tell you always chase your dreams until one of us does. Then it always starts to seem like they don't want you to even try or succeed. Honestly, it's just them trying to plant the seed that failure's the only option or outcome. Then how come you told me to do this since the beginning? In my mind, there is no chance that I'm not winning. I know my time is soon. I'm starting to get the feeling that my skill level is just barely scratching the ceiling. Taking hit after hit of this L is how I'm dealing with my anxiety and depression, but it's not healing. It's cool, no worries, I'll never stop till I'm appealing to the masses. I'm at home skipping classes, just trying to write a verse that's worthy of being called classic. They say you changed up, homie, it's pretty drastic. I told them that they've been fake clowns that's made of plastic. Sometimes in life you gotta move on and move forward. Then find something you love and keep on moving towards your goals by any means. But please don't resort to selling your soul and just remain the course. Honestly, they say it's all about the journey. Your mistakes mean nothing unless you learn it. So don't worry, you just gotta try to slow down. Enjoy your life, there's no need to hurry.
Thank you so much, Tito. And next, we have another first semester freshman joining our ranks, Emily Rivas. Emily, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Right, take it away.
Okay, so my name is Emily Rivas. This is my first semester of college ever, and it's been kind of rough because it's all virtual, and I really didn't want it to be like that, but that's how it is. That's how the cookie crumbles, as my mother says. um, I've been having lessons with Liz, Ann Foster, and Erin Stewart, who have all helped me a lot in just working on like warm-ups and confidence and chest voice and all kinds of things. And it hasn't always been easy, but I think that I've improved a lot this semester, and I definitely want to continue on this path of like music lessons and whatnot. This song is Once Upon a December. It is from the movie, or also the play. I think it was a Broadway play, Anastasia. And the girl is singing about her childhood because she can't remember things, but she feels like she almost remembers what happened before she was taken from her family. So it's kind of an eerie song almost, but I like it. I think it's cool. Okay. Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my memory. Far away, long ago, glowing dim as an ember, things my heart used to know, things it yearns to remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. That is my third and I think last time performing that this week.
And it gets easier every time, doesn't it? Thank you so much, Emily.
It does.
And now, the moment that you have all been waiting for, the moment that Dr. Christopher Brelix,
wait, that's a different gig.
Maestro Santa Claus himself, as you might have
Welcome,
noted.
folks. I'm Dr. Christopher Brelix. I'm chair of the Academy of Music, which is all music that happens at DCC, and I'm also the director of the orchestra, the Mid-Hudson Community Orchestra, which is a partnership between community members and credit classes here at the college. Before I play for you what we've been working on this semester, I wanted to remind everyone that both Dr. Gerby, myself, and Francisco in advising, if you have questions about what you need to register for next semester, we are available. We will continue to answer our emails between now and the beginning of next semester. So if don't worry, you should send us an email as soon as you can so that we can help you get into the classes that are going to be a good fit for you. So please don't forget about that. And as you're thinking about that, please consider all of our ensembles: show choir, chorus, jazz ensemble, and the orchestra. For orchestra, I had people recording their parts individually. And I know that some of you, as Emily mentioned, were a little bit disappointed that you couldn't meet in person. And there's absolutely things that can only be learned in person. And so you missed out on some of those things. That said, there are certain things that can only be learned by experimenting with new technology and new techniques. And for the orchestra, becoming recording artists is actually something that's probably more relevant in some styles of music than performing live in this day and age. So for us to get that experience of how to, get your headphones, play with a click track, and just have that attention to detail is kind of the silver lining we all need to look for when we have something that's unexpected. So I've learned a whole bunch of things that I would not have learned in any other set of circumstances. So I think it's always imperative that we make the most of any situation, that nothing stops us from creating the music, advancing as artists, improving as students. So I hope you enjoyed. This is a rough draft. It is not done. There are still some parts that we need to put into the mix and make sure that it all comes together, but it gives you a sense of where we are. So this is a rough draft, and I hope you enjoy this one. So.
just think about how amazing that is, right? I mean, that's not just taking lemons and turning them into lemonade. That is a piece of music that they would never have been able to perform because, as you saw, there were replicants. There were several people playing several different parts. And that's something that would never even have occurred to us to have attempted until we had this supposed limitation that was COVID. And as we're going through the year, we're finding actually more and more artistic blessings coming out of this because artists are resourceful, hardy folk, that we have a way of taking something that, to anyone else would be an impenetrable obstacle, and we use it to rise above. And that is what I'm seeing again and again and again throughout this evening, guys. So just got to say a couple quick things before we let Christian take us out in style. A few people to thank, of course. We have Joe Cosentino, who's our department head, Dr. Tommy Costello, who is the Performing Arts Program Chair, Susan Brown and Laura Evans, who are our wonderful accompanists. Thank you so much, you two. And Laura, I believe, is here, so give a special steel clap for her. And I'm not hyperbolizing when I say that we would be nothing. We would be nothing without the family of Spencer Bambrick, Peter Cody, Ann Foster, Jean Fox, Gary Youngquist, Larry Ham, Dr. Howell, Tom Melito, Jim Osborne, Dr. Peterson, John Selmeyer, Dan Stevens, Ann Stewart, and Jennifer Tibbs. And I hope all of you students just exhale love into the universe for these people and what they have done for you and what they have created as a program for us. So thank you. Thank you, all of you, for being who all of you are. And I'm glad that so many students got to have a little taste of what it is to have private music instruction. And along those lines, I did mention to the faculty and to the students that we are going to be implementing 2 new merit honors this year. It occurred to us that we don't celebrate exceptionalism. We talk about it, and yet, you know what? Students like material recognition, as do humans, right? As do all of us. And we thought that we would put together a list of particular kinds of qualities that we were looking for with particular honors. And one thing that the jury process allows me to do is touch base with the entire faculty. I don't sit in on every jury, but I hear a little bit of every jury, so I get to hear a little bit of what every student is up to. I get to talk to all of their teachers to see. So you guys have a lot of parents looking out for you, whether or not you realize it. You have a lot of warm, loving instructors who are looking out for your well-being. So you got a safety net here. But it also gives me a chance to kind of touch base with how certain students are faring. So we designed 2 awards. One is a Most Improved Award, and we really mean that. Most Improved means I started here and I ended up here. And a rote beginner can make a lot of progress. And this one does not need to necessarily go to a music major, but in this case it did. So Matthew Hoffman is the winner of our Most Improved Lesson Award. So congratulations, Matt. And we have overall outstanding recognition. And this is a student also who we're requiring to be a music major, who not only is an amazing performer who has demonstrated steady improvement, but who succeeds on virtually every level that a student can. As a citizen to the department, as a supporter to their peers, as someone who does the theory and the oral skills assignments, right? And then does them again and again. The person who takes constructive criticism and practice it 10 times what the teacher asked for and brings it back. And because of that, this person is succeeding on so many levels, and we are very, very excited to see what they do next. So Tito, Alexandra Ortiz, our outstanding student for the semester. So I am going to be coming up with a physical award for you guys. So if you would go ahead and DM me or email me your mailing addresses, something might be showing up in your mailboxes over winter break. So again, thank you. I hope you feel the love in this digital room. We're going to have one more performance. And after that performance, I'm just going to leave the room open for a little bit. So this is what what churches call fellowship. So if you just want to visit with each other a little bit, if you want to, exchange email addresses in the chat feed, if you just want to touch base with people, please feel free to use this room for a while following the concert, because this is when we usually would have lots of Christmas cookies and be hugging each other, but we will hug each other from afar. So last, but certainly not least by any measure, Christian Thompson, are you here?
Yes, I am.
All right, sir, take us out.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Christian Thompson, and I will be singing a song named Almost There, written by Randy Norton. Yeah, Norton. And it was originally sung by Nicanoni Rose for the soundtrack of Disney's Princess and the Frog. Mama, I don't have time for dancing. That's just gonna have to wait a while. Ain't got time for messing around, and it's not my style. This old town can slow you down. People taking the easy way. But I know exactly where I'm going. I'm getting closer and closer every day, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. People down here think I'm crazy. I don't care. Trials and tribulations, I've had my share. But there ain't nothing gonna stop me now, 'cause I'm almost there. I remember Daddy told me fairy tales can come true. You gotta make them happen. It all depends on you. So I work real hard each and every day. The things for sure are going my way. Just doing what I do. Look out, boys, I'm coming through, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there. People gonna come here from everywhere, 'cause I'm almost there. I'm almost there. There's been trials and tribulations. You know, I've had my share, but I've climbed the mountain, I've crossed the river, and I'm almost there. I'm almost there, and I'm almost there. Thank you.
Christian, you got me. I've held it together all semester. I miss you guys so damn much. And thank you for reminding me why, everyone. It was a wonderful night. Thank you for the gift of this at the end of a long semester. So I'm going to head off, but please chat with each other and have a wonderful, 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 safe holiday if we don't see you. Have a good evening.